50% of our material resources taken from nature are building related, and 40% of the CO2 emissions in the world are building related as well. So we simply can't sustain the way we're building right now. So that enters our circular economy talk. Buildings, they used to be built to last centuries, and that's changed over the years. And nowadays we remodel a house and then we sell it to a new homeowner. The homeowner doesn't like it, so they take everything out and trash it generally. Anecdotally, I've heard an average lifespan of a house in Aspen is around 10 years. So, what's the solution, or what can we do? And we talk a lot about the circular economy, but a lot of times buildings are often overlooked when we talk about it because they're just so big. We talk about recycling cans, but then we throw away entire houses. So looking to the future, really looking at deconstruction as a tool for getting us closer to the circular economy. And I took a stab at making my own little circular economy graphic here. So this is the original house that I saw get completely trashed up top. And the goal is really to deconstruct it, take it apart to salvage the materials, donate it to nonprofits, or donate it to groups that can reuse it and make it into things like tables or other furniture. If you can't reuse it, then you can recycle it, like these bricks, and that material then can get reused and put into new construction projects. Amanda, you might have some of this information might be kind of familiar, so I'm adapting some of the content from Joe Connell from Square Nail Consulting as well.
Oh, great.
So deconstruction, technically speaking, what does it mean? So deconstruction is a systematic dismantling and removal of a structure or its parts to salvage and harvest the components with the purpose of reusing and or recycling these reclaimed materials and commodities for their maximum value. So when you compare deconstruction to demolition, deconstruction's goal is to maximize the recovery of items that can be reused for their original purposes. So recovering things like doors, lumber, cabinets that can then be reused again as that material. Then whatever you can't reuse, then you're recycling things for their maximum economic value, like copper, piping, wiring. The goal is really to recover materials for reuse and maximize economic and environmental social value. Couple different types of deconstruction. There's full house deconstruction, or on a commercial side, full building deconstruction. It's where you're taking apart a building in the reverse order that it was built in order to maximize the salvage and recycle value. Generally, when we take down a house, we shoot for about an 85% diversion rate of the building. There's also partially mechanized, panelized, hybrid deconstruction. So that's using maybe cranes or different heavy equipment to take out like a whole section of a house, say just as a wall, load it up on a flatbed trailer, and then deconstruct it off the job site. So that's the hybrid deconstruction. And then selective deconstruction, you're going in for specific material. Strip out is sort of like cherry picking materials. So you're going in for the highest value materials in a building. And that could be doors, fixtures, furnishing, flooring, lighting, etc. Here's a video, a quick time lapse of a full house deconstruction that we did. We just finished up last month. And in this project, we took down the whole house and left the foundation. It took us about 10 days. We had a crew of about 4 to 5 people of us. It was a 1,200 square foot home. We diverted 65,000 pounds from the landfill in this project. Ended up being about 85%, right around there, diversion. And one big pushback we get a lot from contractors is, well, what's this gonna do for our timeline? We gotta go, go, go. Deconstruction's gonna take a lot longer. On this project, we got ahead of the schedule. So the demo permit did get hung up, and we were able to get ahead of the schedule by taking out materials that were non-structural, that weren't related to the permit. And so by the time we got the demo permit, we were able to take down the house in 5 days. So that's compared to 1 to 2 days of demo. So we're looking at, an extra 3 to 4 days to deconstruct this house. So go ahead and play this time lapse for you. We start with the roof. Shingles got landfilled, and then we were able to recover all of this lumber, de-nailed it on the job site, and hauled it away to 2 other projects where we built another garage and a pole barn out of the wood from this one. So our process when we look at a project, we come in, we do a site visit. I'm generally create the salvage assessment or the waste management plan. So that means when I look at a project, I'm looking at what can we donate, what could be reused, what could be, if it can't be donated or reused, and what could be recycled, and then creating that waste management plan. Then I'm also assessing the site safety, looking for any environmental concerns like lead or asbestos. Once I've figured out what materials will be donated, I send those pictures to an appraiser who gives the homeowner an idea of what the potential tax deduction could look like for donating. And then we provide that project